and I found out that Ginkgo also helps with the memory, prevention of a memory loss. It's even better, so people have learned to make Ginkgo into tablets, and you buy them at the drugstore over the counter. But guess what? It's not gonna help you because it's not how it's prepared. It should be eaten. Hi. The other day, I was at the park. I can't tell you a secret place. I found a Ginkgo tree, and I've known about Ginkgo tree. That particular Ginkgo tree was for my whole my life. Anyway, Ginkgo has either you cannot have a Ginkgo from one single Ginkgo tree. Believe it or not, it has to have male Ginkgo tree and female Ginkgo tree to be near to be able to have a Ginkgo harvest. Can you believe it? I didn't know that. But anyway, I think it's adorable. So every fall about this time, I'm always looking forward to pick up Ginkgo tree, and the Ginkgo leaves are so beautiful. They're like a fan shape, almost like a flower, very unusual. As a child, I used to play with it and do all kind of a drawing on top of it and print it. So Ginkgo is a very fond memories, and I found out that Ginkgo also helps with the memory, prevention of a memory loss. It's even better, so people have learned to make Ginkgo into tablets, and you buy them at the drugstore over the counter. But guess what? It's not gonna help you because it's not how it's prepared. It should be eaten, or it can be brewed. So Ginkgo, when you go walk under the Ginkgo tree, you recognize the beautiful triangular shaped leaves, and the beautiful green leaves turn to yellow. And underneath that, you might find orange Ginkgo pod. So you squeeze the pod out, and this is what Ginkgo seed is. So you have to rub the Ginkgo, wear gloves. You have to wear gloves. Otherwise, they have a contact dermatitis. So I washed this Ginkgo, soaked in the water. I washed it and I dried it. And it's dry. Because it's beautifully white, almost like, you can play games with this. I love the idea of it. I love holding it, play with it, massaging my hand with it. I just love the angle. Sometimes they are double angles, sometimes they are triple angles. I just love everything about Ginkgo. And then it's a lot of work. It's kind of tiny. And you crack it open. You don't just eat it like that. You have to crack it open, and you have to be very careful not to break the meat inside. It's so beautiful. So when you crack it open, this is what it looks like that. It's like a nice soft meat comes out. If you can break it, of course you can still eat it, but if it's unbroken, it looks better when you prepare it. And I'll tell you what I do. Okay, so this is kind of broken because I broke it, and you can still use it as they are. And there's a very thin membrane that's surrounding it. Oop, it broke. And it's okay. You can still use them. See? The meat part, and you still pop right out. Ta-da! So you will use them later. So here are the deshelled Ginkgo. And then in this case, you deshell them. There's a little tiny film surrounding it, and so of course you can cook it like that, but I like to put in this little toothpick. This toothpick can hold 4 Ginkgos. See how it is? But once you cook it, it's going to turn into this beautiful emerald like color of a Ginkgo, which I love. And I'm just very happy to see that. So to do that, I would come to the pot and get a little beautiful butter. I like Irish butter, and just melt it. A little bit of butter. Doesn't have to be too hot. And you think the butter is melted enough? I put my Ginkgo there. And you don't have to put into the toothpick, but you can just go like that. But when you put it into the toothpick, you have more control of it and you're flipping it over. That's the reason why I put the toothpick in it. And it's much more pretty presentation. So here I am. I get some more of that. It doesn't take long, so you should not walking away. You should be able to flip it over. I can hear the sizzling sound. Okay. At this point, I would put a little sprinkle of salt. Like I said, this salt is from the Greenland, and I love to buy a little salt of origination when I travel. I go to Iceland, pick up some Iceland salt. You go to Argentina, pick up some Argentinian salt. See, it's already turning green. Look at this. It's like turning like emerald color green already. And color is a translucent, beautiful green. That's when it's cooked. Until then, you just have to flip it. And then this little tiny membrane surrounding the ginkgo, it will roast out, it will come out. It will be bursted out of it because the meat expands. Look at that color change. Look at that, how pretty. Ah, here comes the colors. If it doesn't come automatically, you can rub those ginkgo in a paper towel so you can reduce it and you can eat them. That's no big deal. Ta-da! Such an exquisite looking food, isn't it? You don't want it burn or crusted because it gets too hard. You want the meat to be soft, stay soft and tender. So you just have to make sure that they don't get burned too much. I'm going to turn this off and just let it run around. Alright. I just think this is such an exquisite food. And I remember my grandmother making this for my grandpa. He was allowed to have a 10 a day. So she would make this for him with a little sake as his appetizer. It looks like emerald jeweler. It's like a beautiful color. Have you seen such a prettier food? I think that God made you to eat beautiful food. Eat beautifully and be beautiful. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? So we'll put this aside and I will prepare another dish, a dessert drink, and we'll have that together. Put this aside for now.